Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Forever So Struggling the podcast. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. This is episode 76. Something's come a long way, and I just gotta say I'm not a financial advisor, but I do have gems for you. And please like and subscribe, You know all the other stuff, right? I really appreciate that. But let's go ahead and get into this, right, son? So I'm looking at Blnk, right? Blnk, they sent me this email. I got on the investors list. Sent me this email about, some new EV charging products that they're coming out with. And next month, they are hosting this event. It's like this electronics show. And this happens every year. And this is a big deal. A lot of big tech companies come out and they pretty much just go over, their products, right? And how their products may differ in the market and what they do. And, just show the efficiency and, give new investors like something to kind of look forward to. And I think this is really good for Blnk. Blnk has been doing great work. Like, I'm always getting updates on, Blnk opening up new stations in different states and, I think partnering with different companies in different countries as well. So it's really good. But I do want to go and look at Blnk on this chart, right, son? So let me go ahead and just pull that up. And looking at Blnk on this chart, you can look at the 1 day if you want. That's fine. But Blnk seems to have a lot of, instances of, I wouldn't say bounces on this line that I have drawn at 2677, but it's just more like a memory zone. Like every time prices get to this, every time the security gets to this price, people are like, oh, yo, I remember last time it was here, that joint just took off. So it's like same thing happening again, right? So now I'm thinking, this event's coming up. The market is pulling back, right? And I'm going to touch on that in just a second. But I do think Blnk is valid at this price point, right? Because it's pretty much forming a bull flag, if you would, consider it to be so. And I'm like, dang, so I might have to just go ahead and jump into this little Blnk move, right? Especially if I play it out for a couple months. Blnk isn't... I haven't seen Blnk pull back in a terrible way, but it has had a difficult time with, producing a new high. However, ultimately, overall, recently, its high that it's produced was better than the previous two highs that were created, since March of this year. So that's valid, right? That's kind of giving me some comfort and saying, maybe if I put money into this, it will not be as bad after all. So I'm looking at Blnk, right? And I know the market has pulled back since they were speaking on inflation and FOMC, all these things with the feds. And SPY kind of created this double top. And this double top, is showing heavy signs of rejection. So I do see SPY going to about 440. How bad will it be after that? I'm not sure, but I do think SPY will go to about $442, and we'll kind of see what happens there. But that doesn't mean that every stock in the market will plummet, right? That just means that the overall market is pulling back some. So please do not get freaked out and do not get confused by that. When you see, SPY coming down, don't think that every stock is going down, because if every stock was going down, SPY would fall a lot harder than this, right? So just be mindful of that, right, son? So with SPY falling down, people need somewhere to put their money, not always to make more money, but to preserve their capital. So what's been happening in, response to that? Gold has been kind of bullish, right, son? So I was looking at this chart on gold, right? I also looked at gold on the weekly, and I'm saying it looks like a bull flag, but I don't want to jump to that conclusion. But I do see gold being bullish. Gold ran up over $1,800 this week. And I do think that gold will continue to run. However, to what extent or to where will it go, I'm not sure. But I know people need somewhere to put their capital that they can trust to hold value. Not so much as always make great returns, but to hold value. And I think that people are using gold for that. That's what people have traditionally used. So I think they're going back to that, using gold to hedge. And when I say hedge, I mean protect against the downside, right? Protecting against the downside doesn't always mean that you're making money. So I want to reiterate that, right? So yeah, so I'm looking at SPY, and then seeing SPY being rejected, that kind of made me, back off of this Blnk move. But I'm still like, dang, son, like, I don't think I can comfortably pass up on this Blnk move. I will look at it more for the people that's in FSS. Of course, you'll know if I get in or not, and I'll gladly communicate with you all. But I'm just looking at Blnk, right, and that joint does look very valid. There's a lot of other stocks that kind of came down over the week. Like even one of the ones that I was trying to get into for some time, which is Enph, and you can call this a hidden gem if you want. But Enph has been doing fan-freaking-tastic, and it seems to have, bounced nicely here when it went to a little under 180. So I do see Enph being very valid. The pullback isn't too bad. If you're going to daily, it just bounced off of the 200 moving average. So I do think Enph is nice, and it filled a gap. It filled a gap to the downside, a gap that I didn't think would be filled this soon. So I do think prices will turn around. And like I said, it does look very valid. It looks very healthy too. So me personally, I'm looking to get Enph long term. Might go to my 401k. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it out. But Enph is definitely very, very valid. So if you need a hidden gem, there it is, right? Oh, of course, like always, don't forget, tune into my man Jermaine's hustle class on that joint is valid. Always giving good content. And I really think that that's all I have for you. Oh crap. Let me look at this too. Let me bring up this one. Affirm under $100. Please, please, please don't sleep on it. Everybody's doing this whole buy now, pay later thing. It's just like credit for people who don't have credit, or credit for people who want to use credit to get to use credit. It's type wild, but don't sleep on Affirm. I do think that joint will be very valid. Just give it some time. There's a few more gaps to fill, so I wouldn't jump into it now, but it's definitely on the radar. So yeah, but other than that, son, I don't really think I have anything else for y'all. Please tune in next time. Thank you all again. I holla at y'all. All right, son. Peace.